lots of new types of armour on the outside, the engine in the back, but underneath it all there's still a Centurion, and the Israelis actually have got some converted Centurions that made them into all sorts of things, armoured personnel carriers, etc. So we've still got Centurions around there doing business still to this day. The British Army got rid of its last Centurion variant, something called the CARRV, each armoured recovery vehicle. It came out of service in about 2003, and replaced those themselves with the variants of the German Leopard. They're the ones that the idea was they came off of landing craft during an amphibious operation. They could nudge landing craft back out to sea or recover drowned vehicles, pull them out of the water. Now, as you can see, we've got our lovely craft there. It looks like they're going to put on the back what they call holly bones, and they're metal bars. The idea, you can do different types of recoveries. You can do winch pulls from a CARRV and from a Centurion armoured recovery vehicle as well. On this one, it looks like we're going to tie up with the holly bone bars. They're two straight bars, and give it a straight pull, providing, of course, the engine or the gearbox not stuck in gear. Armoured recovery, again, gives us an opportunity to talk about this. The British Army, we tend to have REME crews in our armoured recovery vehicles. It all stems back as well. In the First World War, they actually took a couple of tanks, put jibs on the front to help pull out engines, to help scrap vehicles. They realised as well that so often on a battlefield, if a tank is damaged or breaks down, and they do break down regularly, what is the point of abandoning that vehicle if we could potentially recover it? And the idea there again, by being able to recover vehicles, get them fixed again, put them back into action, means that you've got a bigger fighting force. Now the Germans, when they put into production heavy tanks like the Tiger, at the time they only had soft-skin vehicles to recover if there was a breakdown. So we'll see a bit later this afternoon a FAMO 8-ton half-track that the Germans used to recover their heavier German tanks. And it was only until they built something called the Berger Panther, which was an armoured Panther tank hull with recovery gear on it, then they could start actually recovering things like Tiger tanks under fire off the battlefield. And so an awful lot, you've heard the stories, a lot of Tiger tanks ended up having to be destroyed by their own crews because they didn't have a method of recovering them in sight of the enemy under some form of protection. And the British Army, we actually converted a number of Sherman tanks into armoured recovery variants. After the war, and again we'll see it a little bit later on, after the war we had the Centurion family, lots of different variants, and one of those we'll see in a little while's time, ARV, armoured recovery vehicle. This one, we had a Chieftain armoured recovery vehicle, we had one in the collection, and then we ended up with this one, which is the Challenger, based on the Challenger family of tanks. And the armoured recovery variants, again, you can see it's got that lovely dozer blade on the front, looks really fit for purpose. Again, the dozer blade can be used for digging out, putting vehicles in hull-down positions, for defensive positions. And again, another big issue that the modern tank force is going to have to face, how are we going to end up using armour in urban areas? And dozer blades are going to be very, very important in that situation, because you need to be able to clear rubble, crisis on the street for our progress. And things like this sort of vehicle, we'll see probably dozer blades, that option of putting dozer blades in front of vehicles being used an awful lot more. We're going to have a little attempt to drive it off in first gear and we'll see what happens.